This is one of the coolest things anyone has brought to the store, in my opinion, and I'm super excited to dive into it. I'm also afraid because I know it's going to be extremely expensive. What up, peeps, and welcome back to Find the Baby. Where's the baby? Everyone's looking. Where is it, guys?
Is it this?
No. I told you, it's a real baby.
Where's the baby? Baby? Baby?
Don't give them clues.
I've been looking up like this whole time.
You're just blind.
I am blind.
Baby. Last time he in like Gremlin's mouth.
Yeah, he was there for a long time.
Wait, you've played Find the Baby before?
Many
You've
times.
never played Find the Baby?
The old school peeps know.
This is my first time playing Find the Baby.
Baby!
Baby, I thought you were messing with me. I found him!
Ryan, just look there. There's the baby.
There's the baby!
Get him. Get him, Ryan.
There we go. I need to sit right here and let everyone fall to their death.
He got blowed up.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll get him.
Get the homing missile.
They can't touch me because I'm invincible.
Did you put in a cheat code?
What? No.
No, he's just really good at the game.
Yeah.
You liar.
What?
Ryan,
Oh,
we've been selling a lot of beverages.
nice.
Remember we just we filled it up just a couple days ago.
You did.
I restocked it completely this morning. And
yeah.
you can see there's one missing there, there's one missing there, there's a bunch missing right here, and a whole row right there. Oh, someone bought some Cascade Ice too.
Nice.
The things that we're never buying again because they never sell. They're not very good. I tried one.
No, they're really bad.
I tried the strawberry kiwi one
Yeah,
because it sounded like the best, but
it does sound good.
I'm not a big fan of flavored water. But what makes that one worse is that it's flavored carbonated water. So it just kind of tastes like really, really badly watered down soda.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. We're not going to get those again.
We'll just go throw those in the parking lot. We'll just have fun throwing them up in the air.
Only one.
Okay.
We have a ton of trades to look at today, guys. This is not everything. There will be another clip later. But let's just jump into it. So first, we have 3 consoles here. These are, I believe, the only 3 consoles that we took in today. We have the PS3 Slim in the box. We have the Destiny 2 Limited Edition PS4 Pro in the box, which the person we bought this from actually bought it from us a few months ago and traded it back in. And then we have a, I think this is a Slim PS4 1 terabyte, all in the box, which is kind of cool. And actually, now that I think of it, I know that we took another PS3 in today that didn't have the box. Maybe that it's just not back here because of that. So we have a few PS1 games here. Some cool stuff, some popular titles. But the one I want to talk about is this one, NBA Hang Time. $55 for a PS1 basketball game is pretty unusual, but there are actually a handful of sports games on the PS1 in particular that are kind of expensive. And it's always cool to see one come in because, like, if I had seen this game at Goodwill, I probably would not have known that it was worth any more than just like a few dollars. So now that it's in my mind, I'm going to remember. But NBA Hang Time is actually a game that I played a lot when I was a kid on my Nintendo 64. I don't know how it compares to the PS1 version. I know that there's an arcade version as well, but it's pretty fun. Like, I'm not really into sports games, but there was a lot of, like, you know, it's like an arcade style game. It's not realistic. So there's a lot of, like, you know, getting like a special built up and then the ball catches on fire and you can like slam dunk and stuff. It's a lot of fun. Haven't played it since I was a kid, but I know it's a very, very popular game. Then we have a bunch of PlayStation 3 games here. A couple copies of Minecraft. Those are probably one of the only games we're never going to pass on because it is literally like one of the best-selling PS3 games for us. We have Skate 3, which is amazing. Love Skate. The whole series is awesome. Some other ones here. And then we have 3D Dot Game Heroes, which I believe we just got one of these in the other day. This one's priced a little bit cheaper because it's in not the best condition, but this is a pretty unique game, and it's actually come down quite a bit in price. When the pandemic hit, it spiked. It was like 100, maybe even more, but it has been coming back down, so maybe it's time to pick it up. But there are not a lot of games like this out there, and it almost has the graphical style of kind of like a Minecraft style game, but it is different. I was just reading the back of it. The way to like power up your sword is to elongate it, basically. And you can have it fill up the screen. Upgrade your sword by adding length and width until it fills the screen. Look at the sword in that screenshot there. That looks amazing. I have not actually played the game myself. I have seen some gameplay and it looks pretty cool. I'd love to check it out sometime. And then we're getting into the PlayStation 4 stuff here. Skate 1, such a good series. If you like the Tony Hawk games, try Skate, because I loved Tony Hawk growing up, but once I started playing Skate, I mean, I'm not going to go back to Tony Hawk. The first couple Tony Hawks are really awesome, but Skate, it feels so awesome to play. Like, every trick you do, it's so satisfying to land, even just like the simplest trick. Couple copies of Crash here. That trilogy is really, really cool. I played a little bit on my Switch, and of course I played some of the PS1 games back in the day, but it's nice to see a trilogy of what were PS1 games come to a Nintendo console, because, you know, how often am I gonna, play the PS1, but play the Switch all the time. And then we have PS2 games here. Start down here. Some pretty good titles. The SpongeBob games are usually pretty good, like 3D platformers from this era. The only one I really played was Battle for Bikini Bottom, but yeah, I don't know, it's pretty fun. There's a reason they remade it for the newer consoles. And then we have just some cheaper PS2 games in here. I don't think that there was anything in this stack that was priced higher than $5. So yeah, lots of awesome stuff so far. Nothing too crazy, but it's nice to see more boxed consoles.
Does it look like a PS2 game?
No. Looks like a GBA game. A very good GBA game.
Heck yeah.
It'd be awesome if they put this on GBA.
Here we go.
So this is the ending already?
Yeah.
How many hours have you been testing this game?
Well, I was testing it on that one as well, but then I had to restart on this one. So it seems like I've been playing for a long time, but actually I had to restart. Oh, I beat him. Yeah, alright. You guys ready for the ending? I'm gonna be a little loud.
Where is it?
Hold on, give it a second, sold. Hey.
Daddy? It's me, Krista. I'm back.
You had died. In the car crash that almost killed me. You're alive.
Yeah, she's alive.
Property of the LAPD.
I'm sorry, Father. They rebuilt me after the accident. They knew I could get close enough to you. They want to put a stop to all the violence you caused with your contest. Hold me, Daddy. I'm just a machine now, but I'm scared the explosion will hurt.
It's so messed up.
Nice.
Yeah. You won. Yeah, the LAPD thanks you.
Two things real quick. I absolutely love eggnog, and they have it in stores now. Feels a little early, but I love it. I love eggnog so much. It is like one of my favorite things on the planet. Anyway, certain brands are not that great, but the Dairy Gold one is pretty good. Anyway, we just got something here at the store. It's not technically ours yet, but it has been dropped off for me to make an offer on. And it's not one individual item, and it's not video game related, but this is one of the coolest things anyone has brought to the store, in my opinion. and I'm super excited to dive into it. I'm also afraid because I know it's going to be extremely expensive, but I'm really excited to go through. I'm going to show you guys what somebody just dropped off. It is insane. In this binder, we have Pokemon cards. Just look at that one right there. First edition Dark Primate. And these are just like shoved in the side here. This is how it was. Looks like they wrote down all the prices and everything, but what we have in here is the complete set of base set, jungle, and fossil, and some other stuff mixed in. I'm talking complete set, every single card. This Charizard here, this is an original Charizard base set holo. It's not first edition, it's not shadowless, but still, this is a multiple $100 card. Blastoise is pretty expensive as well. We have Venusaur here, which is also kind of expensive. And some of these other cards, Raichus, I mean, they're all kind of expensive. But going through, this is the full set. I'm not really sure how he sorted these. Oh, I guess they're sorted by the number. So that's 39 out of 102. So they're sorted that way. Kind of a weird way to do it, I guess, but there are still some first editions mixed in, and you can see that there are also some duplicates. There's two of them are first edition, but there's 3 Nidorans there. And then we get into the trainers from base set, and the energies and all that. And then we have some promo cards here. This is the Ancient Mew. This right here, this is 3 factory sealed Ancient Mews stuffed into this thing. We had one of these not too long ago that was also sealed. We sold it for $30, so just this little pouch right here is $90 in value for us. So it's pretty crazy. And then we get into Jungle. And all these cards are expensive too. First edition holographic Scyther, first edition holographic Vileplume. It's awesome. Another first edition Scyther, non-holo. So yeah, like I said, full set. And with first editions mixed in, it's pretty freaking cool. Then we get to Fossil. And first edition Holo Dragonite, not cheap. Like, none of these cards are cheap, but like, it's so crazy. Both of these are first editions. And for anyone that doesn't know, when you have a first edition card, they really only did those for a number of years. They don't really do first editions anymore for cards, as far as I know, at least for Pokemon. So having the first edition versions is pretty cool, and it adds a ton of value to the cards. So even cards that are considered commons, if they're first edition, you know, it might take it from being a 5-cent card to like a $2 card in some instances. So it's really, really cool to see that. And then, so this is where Fossil ends, and then we get into some e-reader stuff here. And here we have the holographic e-reader Charizard and Alakazam, which they're just incredible. I don't know what this card is worth. I haven't looked that one up yet, but it's got to be a lot. Any of the old Charizards are always expensive. And then it looks like there might be some duplicates and stuff here. There's an extra Holo Hypno from Fossil. Some other random stuff. Erica's Dragonair Holo. And then there was one other one in here. There's that Light Azumarill, which is super cool. Some Japanese ones mixed in as well. There's another Ancient Mew. That one has a big crease across it though. And then Shining Steelix. I looked this card up. Multiple hundreds of dollars. Like I said, I'm kind of scared to go through because this is going to be one of the more expensive purchases that we will have made in quite some time, assuming we make the deal. I did kind of explain to him how we price our Pokemon cards. There's that awesome like reverse holo Rapidash. I think that's from like Legendary Collection or something. We have a Vaporeon like that that's like, or we did, I think we sold it, but it was like $80. But I told him how we kind of do our Pokemon cards. We underprice them a little bit based on TCG player. We're extra harsh on condition. and I kind of told him like the percentages that we try to work with. A bunch of other cards in here as well. So he was okay with everything I told him. So I'm hoping that means that everything's going to go smoothly and we will end up getting this stuff. But this is crazy. And little bonus on top is that Ryan is only missing 6 cards to complete his base jungle and fossil set, and all 6 of those are in here. So assuming we get this, he will be able to complete those 3 sets, which is really, really cool. So stay tuned. Probably will not have this finished until Thursday or Friday, but we'll definitely, of course, keep you guys updated, unless he doesn't take the offer and I just forget to tell you. But yeah, this is amazing. So I'm home now. It's later in the day. I'm going to put this clip earlier in the vlog because I forgot to film something. I wanted to let you guys know that I put a bunch of new stuff up on eBay today, but one item in particular I thought you guys might be interested in hearing about, and that is the 4 custom Amiibo that I created back in like 2015, 2016. The most viewed video on this channel is a video making one of those 4 Amiibo. It's a Amiibo tutorial, how to make a custom Amiibo. It's the first YouTube video I've ever had that hit 1 million views. Super cool, but there's 4 of them. I did it as an auction. So it started today. It's a 7-day auction. It's gonna end next Sunday. If you guys are interested, you can check it out. There's a bunch of info in the description of the auction, but I'm super proud of them. I think they look super cool. I made 1 extra cat Mario that I sold on eBay way, back then, 2016, and it sold for like $100. It went to someone that lived in Australia, but that's the only other one I've ever made other than these 4, which were in my collection up until now. So if you're interested, they're up. There's a link in the description down below to our eBay store, so you can check it out if you'd like to.
Hey guys. So this PS3 we got today, this says Gamestop on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a sticker, but sticky note on the back. This is double jump.
What?
Okay.
What the heck?
The person who brought it in must have been, maybe they took it to GameStop and they were like,
What the heck?
maybe the GameStop employee wrote it down there.
I think so. That's cool.
Thanks GameStop, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we got some trades. Start over here with the Xbox. You know I love Xbox, my favorite console of all time. We got a Myst Exile 3. Some other good, it's pretty much all, mostly good stuff here in the Xbox section. Some ones I haven't seen a lot either, like the Battle for Middle Earth, Command & Conquer. But then, right here, with Forza and these Halo games, these all have the Microsoft Company Store purchase sticker, which I wanted to talk about real quick. There is a Microsoft employee store here in Washington, so we see these a lot. And these are permanent stickers that are pretty much impossible to get off without just like leaving, just like you can't even get them off. Like picking at it just like scrapes a tiny little sliver off. So they're annoying if you're like a collector, unless you're collecting these as variants, but they're ugly. But we see them a lot because basically back in the day people would purchase these and Microsoft wouldn't want the employees to resell these because they get a discount obviously. So this would make it so that if someone posted on eBay, they could, fire the employee or whatever. There's probably a time limit. I'm not sure. If anyone knows more information about these, let us know, because it'd be interesting to know like what the time limit was on that, because obviously this employee might not even work there, or it doesn't even matter by now. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Also interesting that 1, 2, 3, 5 of these have the same exact employee number. So yeah. Got Xbox One stuff. Funny how Madden 22 is already at $8. This is sealed, but I didn't want to bother putting it as new, so Cooper can yell at me later about that. Red Dead Redemption. Nice. Some cool ones in here. Also, I don't know if I'm pretty sure this one, the Steep game, that was like announced early on for the Nintendo Switch, like the year it came out. It's supposed to be like, it was like announced during the launch, and then it never came out, and then it got delayed and then canceled. I'm pretty sure it was a steep game. If it wasn't steep, it was like one of the other skateboarding, snowboarding games. And then we got very few Wii games in, like, that's all the Xbox stuff, and then Nintendo games, I mean, in general. Very few, but that's good Switch stuff. Crash 4, Mario Party, and some Atlas games. Shin Megami Tensei and 13 Sentinels, which I hear is really good. But yeah, not a ton of high-dollar items, which is fine. We've been getting a lot of mail-in trades that are expensive. Got a Switch in today with a nice Pikachu amiibo. And we don't see this one very much, but this is just the Switch charging grip. It's the official one. There's a lot of third-party alternatives now. I don't think they make this charging grip version anymore for some reason. Basically, it just has a USB-C input there, and it charges your Joy-Con, which the only other way to charge it is with, the Switch or another charging method. But it's kind of cool because you can play while you charge. Yeah, that's it for the trades for today.
All right, guys, so the question of the day is, what was one of your favorite Halloween costumes as a child? So for me, man, it's a difficult one. It's between two. I'm going to say both of them. So one I wore like multiple years in a row was a skeleton costume that my mom made for me. I loved it because it had like glow in the dark around the bones, and I thought it was just super cool. And then later on, I dressed up as Indiana Jones, and I thought I was so awesome. I had like this foam hat. I wore my grandpa's leather coat, and it was horrible looking, but I felt so cool. Yeah, but those were mine. Yeah.
So it was middle school times, and I really wanted to be Link, but this was back before they had like cool branded stuff in Spirit Halloween. So I begged my parents, please, can you make me a Link costume? And they love Legend of Zelda, so they were like, yeah! So we got a bunch of denim fabric that was green, and they made me a Link outfit, and my dad specifically, neither of my parents are seam people, they don't make clothes, but my dad got all of the scraps and put together a Link hat out of them, and I still have it, and it's excellent, and it doesn't fit well, but I love it, and I'm gonna keep it forever. But yeah, I wore the costume to school, and the denim was like falling apart at the bottom where you like where you cut them, and so I was just running around as Denim Link. It was not good, but I loved that outfit. Yeah, so that was my favorite one.
What about you, Jess?
Okay. My favorite costume was when I was 5. I was Disney's Pocahontas. I was obsessed with Pocahontas when I was 5.
As opposed to real Pocahontas?
Yeah, it was just, yeah.
My favorite one was I went as Jack in the Box.
Hell yeah!
From like the burger chain.
Yeah, that's what
So I made a paper mache like sphere, and I put it on my head, and I put, like the eyes were like mesh, so I could see through it, and there was the cone and all that. It was pretty good, and I went as that multiple years.
Incredible.
And everyone loved it, like, because everyone obviously knows what it is. Like, a lot of people were like, what are you? But like everyone, like, when I was wearing that, everyone knew what I was, and they loved it. And then I'd also, like, sometimes I would, change outfits throughout the night, so I could go back to the rich people's houses and get all the candy bars. But yeah, my main one was the Jack in the Box.
All right, so for mine, I called my mom earlier because I wanted to see if she had pictures, and she did send me some, so I'll put them in the video. But when I was really young, I look like I'm 5, maybe 4 or 5 in the pictures. I really wanted to go as a Ninja Turtle. And so my mom, we were super poor growing up, my mom made me a Ninja Turtle costume. And I guess what she said was, when I put it on, I didn't like it, and it was like, I like freaked out, like I was scared of it or something. And so she made me a wizard costume instead, which I loved, and there's pictures of that one too. So I don't really remember going as like characters very often. I just remember going as like a vampire or like the Scream mask, kind of thing. So these are the only ones I can really remember, but I remember the Ninja Turtle one, so there it is.
Yeah.
Halloween is coming, and our questions of the day will continue to be spooky. Thanks for watching, boys and ghouls. We'll see you tomorrow.